What is the first thing you think about when you hear the word dopamine? For most people, it's either pleasure or reward, but it's really more about pursuit. And here's why. When you do something rewarding, like solving a problem or getting a compliment on your Instagram reels, thank you, by the way, you get a spray of dopamine. And what dopamine basically does is it reinforces the connections between all the neurons that are responsible for that action, making them more likely to occur. As Canadian psychologist Donald Hebb said, cells that fire together, wire together. And if you think about it, that's what learning is. It's expanding the connections. And I mean, it makes sense that when you have dysregulation in your prefrontal cortex, the area of the brain responsible for restraint and executive functioning, that's one of the hallmarks of ADHD. But then if you get a huge spike of dopamine, the connections become very, very strong and it becomes habitual to the point in which it's addictive. So that is how dopamine is implicated in these compulsions and addictions. And dopamine even is responsible for physical pursuit because in the basal ganglia, dopamine is basically responsible for making connections between your physical coordination. That's why when you have a low amount of dopamine in the basal ganglia, you start to get shaky and stiff, what we call Parkinson's disorder. So that is things about dopamine. Stay dope.